Hey folks, this is ioEther. I'm back with some more World of Tanks. So thank you all for watching, and I'm a bit out of it. I'm still sick. If you watched yesterday's video that said I was sick, this is actually recorded later the same day, so guess what? I'm still sick. This is Great Taz in his T-34-3, T-34-3. The Chinese premium medium tank tier 8 game on Abbey. But before we get into the action, I do want to say I am sorry for the last week of no videos. If you didn't hear yesterday's video, I'll just go through it again briefly in case you did. I've had a horrible sore throat cough thing going on for a week now, and oddly enough, without being able to talk very well, it's hard to do videos, so I didn't. And even today's video is going to take longer to record and edit and get out than normal because of the amount of time I'm going to have to spend editing all the coughing out of this thing. So if you see some jump cuts, I'm sorry. Nobody wants to see me coughing or hear me coughing. And if the sound goes out occasionally, again, I'm sorry. It'll be because something happened, and if I miss one of those, a cough or a whatever, I'm sorry. It's gonna happen, and I'm gonna be drinking a lot of water in an effort to try and keep my throat not on fire. Is basically how that's gonna go. So yeah, water. And I'm sorry if you hear water sounds. Like, I will try and remember to cut everything out, but I won't get everything. That's how it's gonna go. Ooh. So tier 8, this thing is a big meaty gun, especially for a medium tank. And that poor VK has just felt what it feels like to have half of your health leave very fast. Looks like the rest of our team is going to take him apart, and nobody else is going to question as our team claims the center. Looking for the shot on the Tito. One of the things about this tank is it does, because it's Chinese, and the Chinese never, we're obviously fair-minded folks. They, these tanks don't shoot down because you'll never be below your opponents, right? They're always going to be on the same level you or a bit above. So why be able to aim down? It's dumb, and it makes it really annoying to aim these tanks every once in a while, because you'll hit the tiniest little bump and your shell will fly up and over the opponent because your gun simply cannot aim down, and therefore will not aim down, and you can't adjust occasionally. It also makes it really interesting to get the positioning right to be able to fire at tanks that are below you, especially if you don't have all that much time to position yourself exactly right. Yeah, so this should be an interesting game if he has to go up and down in the center of the Abbey quite a bit, because of that fact. But at this point in time, nobody's harassed him at all. He's only had that one shot at the beginning, and then after that, it's just been him like moving around the center, trying to find people, and not being able to, because apparently everyone ran away from him. He's looking for a shot on the Cromwell. I don't think he's going to get it. Unless the Cromwell comes back, of course. Oh, he takes the shot on the SU-14-1. Hits it. I don't know if he's going to be able to kill that guy. More likely the SU-14 is going to disappear back into the bushes. We have been lit. Does get a second shot out into the Cromwell. And now he's backing off. So the SU-14 took a big blow, but is going to start returning fire here in a second, because it doesn't want to die. And without being able to see it again, I don't think we're going to be able to kill it. Likelihood is it's not sitting out in the open where we last saw it. Though, I mean, every once in a while, you do get people who are dumb enough to sit in the same spot and just wait for you to kill them with blind fires, but I don't feel that's going to happen today. There is a ton of enemy tanks in our base, and I've only just realized that. but he's more intent on the E2 and whatever it is else that's over here. I personally would be heading back towards our base right now. I mean, oh, it's a Cheeto. If you can take control of the middle, you can use this little pass over here to cover the base. LTTB is going to either die to or kill our IS over there. They're going to have a little battle all their own. But it looks like the enemy team is in fact surrendering our base. There's only an IS left near it. But he doesn't seem to be taking over, so it's likely that he's pushed all the way through. And he's actually over here somewhere right now. I would put money down on the E2 spotting the IS sometime in the next little bit. That or the IS went back to base via his own route up here. I doubt he's still hanging around our base. He'd be capping. Otherwise, like, I mean, there's no point in sitting around in the middle of the open unless you're going to start capping. And I don't think they're going to start capping. It looks like they're probably going to do a no cap kill all because of the fact that they're winning. Rather a lot, actually. Come to think of it, they have what? Twice? And they're winning 2-1. Oh, in fact, I was wrong. He is, in fact, sitting in the middle of our base, out in the open, doing absolutely nothing. I don't know why. As we start to claw these numbers back to an equilibrium, I don't know why he's out in the middle. I do notice that the fact is the tank that we shot is the only artillery still left in the game. So he is on just like 30 health or something like that. And when we get around to finding him again, or if one of our light tanks stumbles on him, by one of our, I mean the LTTB, which is the only one left, then that could be fun. Otherwise, this is going to be an issue. 5 enemy tanks left, an LTTB, and a bunch of other things. Ooh, T-34-3 kind of gets a drop on us, but not really, and isn't going to be able to do much except that one shot. And then we're just going to pop him here in this. What? How did you? How did you miss that? As the enemy LTTB joins the fight, come on, just kill him. There we go. Good job. Use him for cover, or not. I would have used him for cover against the LTTB, but it looks like not. Do you want to slow down before you fire, or not? Okay. And then he's just going to round this corner and head out. He's going to have to head back to base, though, because the enemy IS is going to figure out real soon that he can't catch us. And when he does, he's just going to jump on the cap. So we're going to fast forward as the IS is battling our LTTB. And this is actually the battle that just happened, except in reverse. It was our IS versus their LTTB. Obviously, the LTTB won in that case. Now that it's their IS against our LTTB, though, it goes the other way. No, please don't go this way. So, this is an issue. If he goes this way, he's going to end up from right about here, assuming that IS is on this side of the cap, right about here somewhere, we're going to get lit up. And all of this way, we're going to get shot. All this way, we're going to get shot by the E2 if it's over on this side. The artillery is, of course, going to be able to line a beautiful shot on us. And, of course, the IS is going to be able to lob shells at us. It doesn't... with only half of his health remaining, it doesn't take many of those guys before he's dead. So, the one thing you want to do is not get shot. Now, if you were to make his way up here, stay close to this wall, and sneak over here, he could, from these bushes, spot the IS, back off to the point where he can't see through the bushes anymore, use the outline of the IS, and shoot the IS, and preferably take it out of the game. But if he goes this way, unless he is very, very lucky, this is not going to end well. So, here's to luck, because we're around this corner already. Apparently the IS is not directly in front of us. He's either capping from the far side of the base or back behind these rocks somewhere. E2 is apparently also not over there. Maybe the E2 is capping and the IS is still near the base. That's a possibility. Apparently the IS is right there. Between... yeah, aiming high above the tracks. Tracks the IS. And... Ooh, nope, does not bounce the shot. Using the IS as cover, he reloads and kills the IS. Nice job. And then... artillery misses. Okay, good. With the artillery missing, he stands a large chance of winning this game. I don't see. So the E2 was last spotted on this side of the Abbey. In order to get into the Abbey, the E2 would have to come back around and through. He can't sneak through this. It's a one-way door. So the E2 is likely to be in the Abbey. It's the most advantageous spot for him, assuming he hasn't rolled himself over here somewhere. The problem with this route is, as much as it attacks the SU rather directly, if the E2 is still back there somewhere, the E2 from behind could do some serious damage to us. Assuming it has the derp gun. And at this range can hit us. At this point in time, if the E2 jumps on the cap, we're going to be in a little bit of trouble. So it looks like he's trying to clean out the SU before he worries about the cap. Proxy spot each other. The SU is looking, but we fire first. Good. Good. And there's literally only an E2 left. We're going to speed this up a little bit because my throat can't go forever on this stuff. He's going to have to start capping pretty soon. Oh, that's a problem. I don't know if we have the speed to make it back. But we obviously know exactly where he is. Okay. Oh. Sorry, trying to get back to the regular speed. No, I'm one too far. E2 jumped off the cap. So this is a mistake. When the E2 jumped off the cap, he needed to go up here to see if he could see him. Now, it is possible he gets on the cap before the E2 does. Yes. Okay, so... And then you want to get in one of these divots back here. Yep. Nope. Yeah, I guess this is one of the better ones. Okay. And then you're gonna wait. E2 gets back on the cap. Doesn't matter. We win. There's almost 20 seconds between these two. We win. That's gonna be game. There's no way the E2 makes it over here in time, especially since he seems to be determined to continue capping. I don't know what he thinks is going to happen. Maybe he thinks that if he continues capping, that somehow we will jump off the cap in terror and run towards him. Obviously ain't going to happen. It's possible he fires a long bomb and hits us. But most likely this is game right here. Well done. Yeah, look at that. That is how you do that. That was well done. Beautiful job. I really enjoyed everything about that. I disagree with the way he took out the IS. I also disagree with capping over pushing on the E2, or at least sitting up here and sniping him kind of thing. But other than that, this was well played. Obviously, his way worked out. And as long as you win the game, what else matters, right? It's not how the style, it's not how you play. It comes down to more or less whether what you can do wins the game. And there are multiple ways to play this game. And this was an awesome one. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much, Great Taz, for sending this in. let's jump over and see what his results were. This was only a second class, but it was such a nail biter of a game. I had to show it off. It was so worth it. Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect, Invader, High Caliber. Well done. That shot on the Yeshi in the beginning that so closely almost killed him. It's so weird because 350 damage done in 2 shells. The average damage on this tank is like 390 or something like that. Maybe 360. So it should have only been a single shell. But because it was 2 shells, that turned this game from a easy win into a nail biter of an ending. Because of course, if that SU-14 1 had shotgunned us, quite possibly would have crippled him too much, or too much to for him to be able to do the ending, or would have crippled him enough that the E2 could have taken advantage and somehow won. But overall, this was awesome. Yeah, this is not surprising to me. It's a little bit sad, though. Oh, man. Props, though, to the LTV player who clearly tried to pull this back from the brink of defeat and wasn't quite able to get there. Also, props to our LTD player who definitely helped push this towards the victory. And I really enjoyed the fact that there was LTP and IS mirror matches going on. That was kind of awesome. And both times the LTT won, mind you, which says a lot for that tank actually. I really like that tank. This was a great game. Thank you. The IS. I was trying to remember who had been capping, but yes, of course. Great game. Thank you so much for sending it in. Great Taz, and I really enjoyed watching it. I can't wait for the next one you send in. We'll see you all next time. This is ioEther out.